Farm Week is a production of the Mississippi State University Extension Service.
Today on Farm Week, a Coffeyville, Mississippi farmer is named one of the top 4 cotton growers in the nation.
A USDA study shows that ethanol production has not resulted in wholesale changes in land usage.
In southern gardening, winter berries. Look to them for color and another way to put life in your winter landscape.
In the markets, an effort to sell more U.S. pork to Mexico as the economy claims yet another Mississippi sawmill.
In the feature segment, Mississippi Market Maker. It's part of a larger nationwide program to give small agricultural businesses a way to market their products to the public and other businesses via the World Wide Web.
Any type of product that is related to agriculture, agribusinesses, processed products, fresh products, livestock, fresh fruit and vegetables, processed products also, services that are related to agriculture, transportation services, storage, cooling, just about anything in the ag industry from producer all the way to retail.
Good day, everyone. I'm Leighton Spann.
And I'm Artis Ford. Welcome to Farm Week.
A young Coffeyville, Mississippi farmer has been awarded one of the cotton industry's highest awards.
Leighton, he and his father are both active not only in farming but in farm organizations. Coley Bailey Jr. is the 2012 Delta High Cotton winner. Bailey was presented with the honor this week at the Beltwide Cotton Conferences in Orlando, Florida. Bailey and his father farmed 3,500 acres of no-till cotton in Grenada and Yalobusha counties in north-central Mississippi. Some of the land was owned at one point by James Polk, the 11th President of the United States. Bailey was the 2001 winner of the Young Farmer and Rancher Award from the Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation. He went on to place 3rd in the National Young Farmer and Rancher competition held by the American Farm Bureau. The 39-year-old Bailey has served in a variety of roles in the Mississippi Farm Bureau. He is the president of the Yalobusha County Farm Bureau. He also served on the MFB Board of Directors. Only 4 high cotton awards are given out each year. The Cotton Foundation administers the awards with the help from a grant from Farm Press Publications.
Ethanol production has been accused of many sins, including causing land to be taken out of conservation usage and put in corn production. A U.S. Department of Agriculture study says there hasn't been the sort of land usage changes ethanol critics have charged. Market to Market's Paul Yeager reports.
The Agriculture Department released in-depth analysis recently of U.S. land use patterns, revealing total cropland decreased by 34 million acres from 2002 to 2007, its lowest level since the government began collecting data in 1945. The report shows significant increases in forest land, grassland, and rangeland during the 5-year period. It also cites a significant rise in urban sprawl. Land in urban areas was estimated at 61 million acres in 2007, up nearly 2% from 2002 and 17% more than in 1990. According to the Renewable Fuels Association, or RFA, USDA's new information helps prove increased ethanol production has not resulted in expansion of total U.S. cropland. In a statement, RFA President Bob Dineen said, "Using real data from the real world, this report from USDA shows yet again that U.S. cropland is not expanding in response to increased ethanol demand." The report also shows that forest and grassland increased dramatically during a period when ethanol production more than tripled. Last year, the Obama administration released new guidelines for renewable fuels. To help curtail greenhouse gas emissions, the 2007 energy bill mandated an increase in the use of biofuels. One of the main sticking points of the provision, commonly known as the Renewable Fuel Standard 2, or RFS 2, has been the inclusion of the controversial indirect land use theory. The theory suggests when corn, ethanol's predominant feedstock, is diverted to biofuel production, farmers in other countries will plant sensitive land to compensate for the reduced food production. Deneen encouraged policymakers and regulators responsible for penalizing crop-based biofuels for indirect land use to take a close look at the USDA report. He said, "Our renewable energy policies and regulations should be based on what is actually happening on the ground, not on hypothetical results from black box economic models." Increasing nearly 2 billion gallons every year, the renewable fuel standard requires U.S. motorists to use 36 billion gallons of renewable fuels by 2022. While the boost in required consumption would appear to be a positive event, the ethanol industry continues to face significant challenges.
Critics continue to blame the homegrown fuel for higher food prices. Two important subsidies ended at the end of 2011, the 54-cent per gallon tariff on imported ethanol and the 45-cent per gallon incentive known as the blender's credit expired December 31st.
How can you add color and interest to the winter landscape? In this week's Southern Gardening segment, Extension horticulturist Dr. Gary Bachman shows us when there are no flowers, colorful berries can enhance your landscape.
In the winter months, gardeners need to rely on plants with features besides flowers for color interest. Plants that produce colorful berries can enhance the winter landscape. Pyracantha is a landscape plant that almost drips large numbers of orange berries that hang in heavy clusters. The common name for Pyracantha is firethorn, and it certainly lives up to this name with the sharp thorns on almost all of the branches. Native hollies all have red berries, and the Yaupon holly may have the most interesting. The berries are a translucent red that give the impression of having depth. The branches and stems are a bright gray color that provides a nice contrast to the berries. This specimen of weeping Yaupon holly has the added interest of its downward arching branches. The botanical name of Yaupon holly is Ilex vomitoria. I think you can guess what the native peoples used this plant for. Red and orange seem to be the dominant berry colors most widely available, but a winter favorite of mine is the American Beautyberry. This Mississippi native shrub, commonly found along the edges of wooded areas, should be used more in the home landscape. The berries are a bright, shiny purple displayed in clusters all along the arching stems. Besides adding beauty to our landscapes, plants that produce berries also play an important role as a winter food source for wildlife. I'm Gary Bachman for Southern Gardening.
Gary says that berries are a good example of how to add color to a winter garden without using a blooming plant. In the feature segment today, are you a small entrepreneur without a lot of web marketing experience? Well, try Market Maker to make yourself known to the public and to other businesses. Time now for the markets with Leighton Spann. But Leighton, before we get to that, we've got a couple of farm shows that are coming up. One is an old, one is new. Coming up after Martin Luther King holiday on Tuesday and Wednesday after it, that will be the Delta Ag Expo, which of course takes place, opens up, gosh, this is probably the 30th something.
Right.
One of theirs, but it will.
At the Bolivar County Expo Center? Bolivar
County Expo Center in Cleveland. Doors will open at 8:30. There's no admission fee there. Of course, in addition to the many vendors that will be there, there will also be sessions on as far as herbicide-resistant weeds and strategies to help try to take care of those. So obviously a good place to pick up information not only from commercial sources, but from Mississippi State University and the USDA as well. But then we have another new farm show that's coming up, and this one's going to be up in Corinth. And it's going to be the Alcorn Farm and Machinery Show, and it's set for Thursday through Saturday after the Martin Luther King holiday. So you can go to one, you can go to the other. And it will be at the Crossroads Arena, and that's at the intersection of Highway 45 and South Harper Road. Doors will open at 9 a.m. each day. There's going to be obviously trade show and vendors and such as that, but there's also going to be a used machinery auction on Saturday starting at 9. There will also be a races for electric and pedal tractors for kids. So I think that'll
young and old.
That'll be pretty cute as well. So anyway, go to our website, look at our calendar. We'll have that information there. So now we are on to the markets with Leighton. Leighton, You're looking today into the future of the chicken business.
That's right, Artis. A financial services company with some ties to agriculture says some changes are necessary in that sector. Also ahead this week, cattle trade is described by some as sluggish at times. U.S. pork exports to Mexico are growing, while soybean prices are said to be more dependent than ever on the weather. A new report from California-based ag lender Rabobank says the chicken industry is facing permanent changes. Rabobank's poultry economists say that sector will face higher and more volatile feed input costs. Their research suggests the U.S. chicken industry must develop new products for export markets. Rabobank also warns of increasing government regulation. The new report says the operating environment for the poultry industry has changed forever. Drovers Cattle Network reports new buyers continue to enter the feeder cattle market this week, yet futures were at contract or all-time highs at Wednesday's close. Analysts say the ability of this market to make such a move in the face of historically high cash corn prices is very impressive. Extension Ag economist John Michael Riley provided some further analysis of the entire beef sector for us during a recording Thursday morning. John Michael, are you surprised at how well the cattle sector is doing right now as we begin 2012?
Shouldn't be too much of a surprise to anyone. You know, talked for a number of months about the tight supply situation that the industry has been in, continues to be in. So that has led to stronger prices. I'm not going to say higher prices. We have been at higher points than in 2011, but we're still seeing strong prices across, you know, all segments of the industry, which is positive for producers out there in the state.
And of course, feeder cattle seem to be really in the spotlight as we record this on Thursday morning. Corn prices have come down a little bit more.
Corn prices have definitely helped to keep that number up. Stronger live cattle prices as well are feeding that. So in terms of feeder cattle prices, it is looking good to start 2012.
What are we looking for as far as supply, inventories? I know we had so much liquidation back in 2011 due to the drought in parts of the United States, but how is that shaping up?
It has definitely continued to impact the market. If you look at Mississippi auction volumes throughout 2011, those were down about 10% for the year. So it wasn't just something that impacted the Southern Plains. We dealt with some drought as well. Of course, now 2010 was a really high year, a lot of liquidation here in the state. So numbers are down across the nation. They're down in Mississippi as well, and that's leading to some strength in prices. Demand is obviously something that is on the other side of that equation that we need to be concerned about, but it's looking, right now, it's not looking like that's a total disaster. So a lot of positives out there right now.
So at this point, it would appear on the retail side, so far not a whole lot of pushback by consumers.
Not looking like it. Restaurant performance is good, so we'll continue to see how this thing shapes out as we move throughout 2012.
Continuing now in the livestock sector, the U.S. Meat Export Federation says it is working to increase demand in Mexico for U.S. pork. The Federation's regional director, Chad Russell, says that country cannot produce enough pork domestically to meet the demand there. U.S. pork exports to Mexico have risen dramatically, hitting nearly $1 billion worth last year. Per capita consumption of pork in Mexico is reportedly standing at about 33 pounds per year. That compares to about 60 pounds per year here in the United States. Well, we'll pause for a moment to look at a trivia question for you now. And here it is. The question deals with row crops this week. What country grows the most cotton? Your answer is one of these: India, the United States, Russia, or China. I'll tell you the answer in just a few more minutes.
We're going to pause now for a short break on Farm Week. Coming up, we'll look at the calendar and the second part of the markets. Leighton Spann reports that 150 Mississippians have lost their jobs due to a sawmill closure. In the feature segment today, Mississippi Market Maker. It helps small businesses expand their reach on the World Wide Web.
I've got a lot of choices to make in the coming years, and I really want to make sure that I get it all right. I want to discover who I am, where I belong, what my dreams are. I want to find my hidden talents and see where those skills can take me in the future. I need leadership given today to help me make the right decisions tomorrow. And I have that with Mississippi 4-H.
Before we get back to the markets, let's look at the Farm Week calendar. The annual Delta Ag Expo takes place on Tuesday and Wednesday, January 17th and 18th in Cleveland, Mississippi. The doors open at 8:30 a.m. both days. There's no admission fee. The first All-Corn Farm and Machinery Show is set for Thursday through Saturday, January 19th through the 21st in Corinth. Location is a Crossroads Arena located just west of the intersection of Highway 45 and South Harper Road. Admission is free and the doors open at 9 a.m. each day. A trade show with farm equipment manufacturers will be featured all 3 days. There will be a used farm machinery auction starting on Saturday at 9 a.m. There will also be some electric and pedal tractor races for kids. Nellie Neal will also broadcast her Garden Mama radio show from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Saturday. We'll also have a link to the show's website to help you get there. Go to our Farm Week website at farmweek.msucares.com for information on these and other events. Now check out this week's Farm Week Snapshot.
It's the growing season out in the southern hemisphere. Analysts say continued dry, hot weather there is helping soybean futures. Traders note that the weather situation is keeping beans from losing ground and will in fact determine where prices head as the new year of 2012 progresses.
I would say a lot of it is going to be dependent on weather. I'd say without weather problems around the world, what we really were looking at until the last month is a market that was 2 steps down, 1 up, as world supplies around the world were starting to grow. And South America was, we came into some real weather problems there. You know, they've continued to accentuate themselves. We're cutting the production, and so, you know, the upside is probably limited if we get moisture there, and the downside is still, you know, a big question mark if we have bigger acres and we have decent weather here. But I would say it's all about acres, all about weather around the world.
Well, the poor economy continues to impact Mississippi's forest products industry in a negative way. Lately, a North Mississippi sawmill is closing, at least temporarily. Hankins Lumber of Elliott, Mississippi, ceased operations January 6th, according to the Grenada Star newspaper. Office manager Jerry Pegg said the operations will be suspended until the lumber market improves. Pegg said the shutdown could last up to 6 months. It will affect the majority of that company's 150 employees. Wrapping it up now with a visit back to our trivia quiz this week. The correct choice is D. China grows the most cotton of any country in the world.
Mississippi State University's Extension Service has joined a national program designed to help state entrepreneurs market their agricultural products via the internet. Called Mississippi Market Maker, the user-friendly website acts as one central source for them to market their products to consumers and other businesses. Market Maker helps promote any small operation from local produce to agritourism. Farmweek's Amy Taylor reports members say they have had great success since joining the website.
For local agricultural operations in Mississippi, finding fast, easy, and affordable ways to promote a business can be difficult. But Mississippi Market Maker, operated by Mississippi State University Extension Service, offers a solution. The free and easy-to-use internet site provides a one-stop shop for direct marketing. Registered users set up their own profiles, which include any information that will help showcase their products or services. Ken Hood, Mississippi State University Extension Professor of Agricultural Economics, discusses the beginning of Market Maker.
Market Maker was originally developed by the Cooperative Extension Service at the University of Illinois. There were some researchers and extension folks got together. They wanted to find a way to enhance the local direct markets for their cattle producers. They realized real quick that this was a lot more powerful and something that everybody could benefit from.
MSU Extension learned about Market Maker in 2006 and created its own site in 2007. Presently, there are about 18 Market Maker states in the U.S. Hood describes the kinds of products you can find on the site.
Any type of product that is related to agriculture, agribusinesses, processed products, fresh products, livestock, fresh fruit and vegetables, processed products also, services that are related to agriculture, transportation services, storage, cooling, just about anything in the ag industry from producer all the way to retail.
In addition to local, state, and national visibility, Hood says Market Maker opens the door to offer products worldwide.
Someone at the United Kingdom actually was searching the website and looking for sweet potatoes and found this gentleman's name and contacted him.
When conducting a search, an appealing aspect is the ability to refine the search by choosing a business category and matching it with options such as city, county, or state. Dolores Bertizzi, owner of Lauren Farms, talks about using Mississippi Market Maker to promote her freshwater prawn operation.
One of the benefits of Market Maker is that it is so professionally done. It is extremely easy to navigate the site. They have tutorials on the site, both for businesses, and for the consumer. And as far as the businesses go, we have a login and we have a password, and we can change our ads. We can insert pictures or any information we feel, that our customers would need to know.
Fratizzi says having one central source where anyone can search for locally produced products and services makes it much easier for both consumers and businesses. In addition, she can track the number of times the site is visited.
We've been really excited that our website has been visited over 3,200 times, and our products have been visited over 4,000 times. And we sell anything from the catfish fingerlings to the processed fish, the juvenile prawns, the processed prawns, and we also have an equipment and supply business.
In addition to product information, Market Maker has mapping capabilities so consumers can easily find directions to a venue. Teresa Holofield describes how her business, Pontotoc Ridge Blueberry Farm, benefits from Market Maker.
Actually, they would tell me as when they came to the farm, oh, I looked it up on the internet on Mississippi State, and they had Market Maker, and so I knew where your farm was. They were very helpful to me in getting to your place.
Another advantage of getting on the site is the assistance you receive with registering. MSU Extension is eager to help and will even build a profile for those who are less computer savvy or just too busy. Requirements for registering a profile include the name, physical address, and type of business, along with the owner's name and a working phone number. Additionally, MSU Extension is getting Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation on the Market Maker bandwagon. Samantha Webb explains how her role as MFB Federation Commodity Coordinator relates to promoting local agriculture.
I work specifically with sweet potato producers and peanut producers statewide, and I help them with different policy-related issues that affect their industries, their commodities, and also on promotional issues, educational issues, and anything that we can do just overall to help promote those industries. Farm Bureau and the Extension Service have always had such a great working relationship. We are working on behalf of one another and always glad to support each other. So when we heard about this, we were excited to jump on board.
Webb coordinates producer meetings with MSU Extension where Market Maker sessions are included. Workshops are also available throughout the year. Teresa Holofield says small farmers should strive to learn as much as possible.
To a small farmer that is going to develop and get started, should always take those classes. Any questions that you could have thought of or asked, you could have found out all your answers. It got me excited about extending my farm. Mississippi State has been extremely helpful in helping my farm to become everything it has been. And it makes a person feel very good and very supported.
With internet acting as the salesperson for so many businesses these days, it's essential to learn about new marketing tools. Mississippi State University Extension Service strives to help local businesses and small farms achieve that through Mississippi Market Maker. Ken Hood assures the site is easy to use as well as secure, and he looks forward to seeing our local agriculture industry flourish. I'm Amy Taylor reporting.
And you can watch this story again on our Farmweek website, our Facebook page, or YouTube. The website address is farmweek.msucares.com. We'll also have links and phone numbers to help you get started using Mississippi Market Maker, whether you have a business or you're looking to buy something. We'll also have links to the two businesses that you saw in the story, and that's Farmweek farmweek.msucares.com. Now, Leighton, that aired originally in September. Classes are held on a regular basis if you're interested in getting some training using Market Maker. And we have those on our Farm Week calendar whenever they're taking place. So, I mean, Ken Hood, and there's a lot of people that can help you with this through the Extension Service at Mississippi State University and the Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation. Well, we are at the end of Farm Week for this week. On our next show, native trees.
We'll be going to Lamar County, Mississippi. The local Soil and Water Conservation District there is promoting the use of native trees among homeowners, business owners, and its young people.
Mid-South farmers are warned that herbicide-resistant weeds will be worse than ever in 2012.
In southern gardening, colorful kale. It's low maintenance and easy to grow.
And if you'd like further information on a Farm Week story, we have several ways to contact us. You can write us. That's Farm Week Box 9625, Mississippi State, Mississippi 39762. That's Box 9625, Mississippi State, Mississippi 39762. Our telephone number is 325-2262. And of course, you can get in touch with us through Facebook or YouTube. Click in there and like us, because that's what we want. Well, for the rest of the Farm Week crew, I'm Artis Ford.
And I'm Leighton Spann. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.